Hey, well, what's up, everybody? Hope you're doing well this Monday morning, last day of August 2009, and I hope this edition of the Worship Arts Weekly finds you well. We had an amazing day at North Star yesterday. Marty did a phenomenal job of casting vision for North Star for what's going to happen here over the next few months and years, and some of the visions that God's given us as individual staff members, and challenged us all to be selfless and sacrificial as we try as hard as we possibly can to put every effort into reaching more people with the gospel of Jesus Christ. And so, man, it was an amazing day and an amazing response from you guys and from our entire congregation. And so thanks so much for everything that you do, really from the bottom of my heart. North Star happens because of you guys each week, week in and week out. Lives are changed here because of your volunteerism and your sacrifice of your offerings to God in terms of your talents and your time and treasure. And so we appreciate that so much. A few things on the Worship Arts Weekly this week I want to talk about. First thing is we're having a creative writing meeting tomorrow night at my house. If you are a part of the creative writing team, this is an all-important meeting. We are actually going to be hosting an open mic night at the Rabbit Hole in October, and we're talking about that and what it's going to mean to the art community and how you can play a big part. And we need everyone who's involved with creative writing to be at my house at 7 o'clock tomorrow night as we talk about that really, really important meeting and some of the doors that God's opened for us in terms of arts and missions here in our own local art community in Panama City Beach. So make sure, if you're a creative writing member, to be there. Email me if you have any questions, leebaker@northstarpc.org. Also, on the blog this week, we had some great entries from Josh and Adam. Adam had a great entry about some drum tones. If you're a drummer out there wondering about what tones really mean, that sort of thing, some great entry, really informative that you'd like to check out, as well as some cool entries about some of our Mac computers and the new software ProPresenter that we've moved over to, and some tips from Josh about that sort of thing. I wrote a blog over the weekend about how poetry affects our faith and how our faith affects poetry and vice versa that I think you guys would enjoy as well. So make sure you check all that out over at the blog. Really good times over there. New music releases coming up this week are on the blog entry for the Worship Arts Weekly this week. New stuff from Derek Webb, David Bazan from Pedro the Lion, as well as a couple other things. A great featured video from John Mark McMillan about his story behind the song How He Loves, which is a song that's kind of taken over right now, and a lot of people are re-recording it. It's been an anthem this year for a lot of people, and so we encourage you to go check out that video. Great production connection resource this week, and churchproductionresources.com. Make sure you go check out what I wrote about it in the blog, and go check that out if you're on the production team. I think it'd be a great thing for you. And on the arts highlight this week, I found a blog this week that a friend recommended through Facebook called whatislightfield.com. And so you're going to want to go over the arts highlight and check that out. It's a cool blog about visual arts, dramatic arts, all sorts of stuff. Really, really well written. So make sure that you check that out. Lots of challenging and encouraging stuff there as well in the blogs. And so just want to make sure that you guys are keeping up to date on that. A lot of cool stuff coming up. Be praying for us. 2 weeks from today, we have our fall orientation. That's a big deal for us here in Worship Arts. We are praying for a massive amount of people to plug in over the fall, and I know that you guys are too. So please join us as we pray. We want to get people plugged into ministry here at North Star and help them to use their gifts and talents to serve as well. And so please be praying for our orientation that's coming up. And make sure that you check out the event calendar over at NorthStarWorshipArts.com. All the blog entries that I've been talking about, like this one and more, are over at NorthStarWorshipArts.com. So please make sure that you go check that out. And if you need anything, hit us up here at NorthStarPC.org, and we'll be happy to answer your questions. Or you can hit any of our names, myself at NorthStarPC.org, or Adam Carter, or Josh Street. Any of us would love to answer your questions or pray for you guys in any way. Man, I love you guys. Hope you have a great week, and we will see you soon, and next week too on the Worship Arts Weekly. Check us out, NorthStarWorshipArts.com, NorthStarPC.org for everything that's going on here at North Star Church. Peace.